May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Kirk convince socialists that socialism kills. So without further ado, let's get started.
Socialism kills millions.
That's correct.
Do you think that it's socialism, like the idea of socialism, the institution of socialism, or would you say it's more dictators or people who are in charge of socialism?
Yes.
Yes, that they're the ones that
No, meaning it's a joke, meaning yes to all the above.
all the above. Okay, so can I ask you a couple questions?
Of course. That's
Okay.
why we're here.
So under the Obama administration, Osama bin Laden killed.
Yes.
Would you attribute that to Obama, or would you attribute it to the SEAL who killed him?
Robert O'Neill.
Oh, so Robert O'Neill. So you would give that to him. Okay. So under, well, I mean, I guess that's all I need to ask. So you wouldn't give that to Obama, but it was his institution that was responsible for it, right?
Right, and he did order the killing, and he deserves credit for that.
Okay, so
But he
say
didn't pull
right
the
here,
trigger.
Joseph Stalin, over 25 million people killed. Would you blame that on soldiers during a war? Or would
I
you
mean,
blame
Stalin was the one that gave the orders from Moscow or from Stalingrad to go after southeastern Russian villages and kill everything in sight.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's his fault. The soldiers were obeying the chain of command.
Yeah, they were. They were. Okay.
So that's why I said Obama deserves a fair amount of credit for Osama bin Laden, but Robert O'Neill did pull the trigger.
Yeah, he did.
But
so wait, wouldn't that be the soldiers who killed?
Right, but they wouldn't have done it if they didn't get the order from Joseph Stalin.
So it's okay. So you're
Who was a
attributing it
communist.
to both the soldiers and Joseph Stalin.
Under a communist socialist country, right?
Okay, communist socialist. Okay.
Which was, I mean, there's been 50 different versions of socialism, and all of them have failed. There's Stalin socialism, there's Cuban socialism. I mean, there's many different blends. There's totalitarian socialism. I mean, and all of them have very similar themes.
Yeah, they're all really belligerent. You know, they go on to other countries. And
Well, they also,
fight.
not all of them. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Cuban socialism.
Yeah, Cuban.
Cuban socialism never extended outside of the island, so it was very contained. That's why I'm saying there's different test cases.
So it's like poverty. That's what you're saying.
No, what do you mean? I don't know.
Are you asking like? I mean, I'm sorry, not asking. Are you saying like people starving to death, or are these
No.
like governments sending people to kill people?
Socialism lends itself to human suffering, murderous dictators, impoverishment, all those things, all the above. What I'm saying is that socialism can be encapsulated in a lot of different applications. There's North Korean communist socialism. All of them had their own blend, but they all derived from the same inspiration. Mainly Marx and Engels, mostly. Yeah, but they all had their own little blend of how to oppress their citizens.
Okay, so Bernie Sanders, I'm sure you know him. Dude, free college. Did you go to college?
No, thankfully.
Yeah, it's okay. So you don't know what we're fighting here?
Sure I do. I've been to more colleges than you have.
You didn't go to college. You have no idea.
So that's an argument from
broke.
authority. That's an argument from authority.
Yeah.
So that's a logical fallacy. Tell me why I'm wrong, not why I don't have shared experiences, why I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
So make an argument, not an argument from authority.
Okay.
Because just because I don't have a degree doesn't mean I'm incorrect.
But dude, you know, degrees like directly relate to intelligence and income.
No, they don't.
Yeah, sure they do.
Is Mark Zuckerberg stupid?
Yeah, of course.
Mark
He's
Zuckerberg
selling
stupid?
data, dude. You know he's an idiot. Come on,
Yeah,
man. Who gets caught?
Now you're at a level of trolling, so I appreciate the time. But if you want to make an argument, happy to. But
Okay, Bernie Sanders.
yes.
Do you think that it will become belligerent if he gets elected into any sort of office? He's already a senator. Do you think it'll
Well, I think he'll destroy the country.
destroy the country in what way?
You name it, whether it be not allowing the expansion of fossil fuel exploration or declaring war on the
Would
most...
you say fossil fuel's a dying market? Couldn't you say that there's other healthy alternatives, like electricity? I mean, sure. We can
Like electricity?
Yeah, I mean, we can explore into like.
What do you think? Where do you think electricity comes from? Well,
I understand.
Wind farms are environmentally disastrous.
So
No, not necessarily. You have to take case-by-case basis.
Okay.
Fracking has allowed for a huge expansion of American energy independence, and for many countries that now count on our natural gas exploration in the Permian Basin, and he wants to eliminate all natural gas and fossil fuel exploration. I'm just using a singular example of why I think he'd be disastrous. Millions of people work in the natural gas, oil exploration industry and refining, and he wants to end all of it. It's one of his pillars. It's like one.
Yeah.
But I could go piece by piece of why I think he would be disastrous for the country and his policies. Yeah, I mean, I think Medicare for all would further ruin our healthcare system. It's in bad shape, but it would do even worse.
Are you saying you'd do even worse because you're not for universal health care, or do you think it's just a bad idea in and of
Both.
itself?
I'm not for universal health care, even though we already have aspects of it in society that are completely, totally broken.
Yeah.
And it would also ruin a lot of the medical advancements that we enjoy that do not get the media coverage that people should appreciate. Most of the world's medical advancements that attributed to the standard of living increases in the world happen because of our market-based healthcare system. So, for example, Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Denmark, they do have high taxes and they have healthcare for all. They attribute to very few medical advancements, though. So, for example, open heart surgery was an American innovation, something that has saved countless of lives across the world. Cancer-killing drugs. About 70% of consequential medical advancements happen in the States because there's a profit incentive behind it. Now, is there a flaw behind it? Of course there is. Of course there is.
Would you say the same thing can be spurred by government grants, though?
Show me an example.
Like,
It doesn't happen
I don't have the data in front
No,
of me.
the reason is exactly that. So the answer is no, usually no.
Okay.
Is that typically the market is the best driving force of innovation breakthroughs. And that's been pretty conclusively agreed upon, even amongst people on the left. Not everyone, but most people on the left would agree that the market is generally better at technological innovations and advancements than government, generally. That's why, God forbid, we ever have a government division of cell phones, right? That's an oversimplification of an argument, but it's still something that can be applied to it. So yeah, look, I could go on and on why Bernie Sanders would be a disaster, but I'm happy to let you make a point.
And I got one more question for you. Ocasio-Cortez, are you for the 70% tax on the rich?
Of course not.
Why?
Who are the rich?
The 1%, man. What are you talking
The
about?
job creators?
No, they're not job creators, dude. They're the corporate greed on top.
Well over 60% of small businesses file as individuals, so they look like millionaires on paper, but in reality they're employing anywhere between 10 and 50 people. So she thinks they're millionaires, but they're just posting millions of dollars of revenue. That they're restaurateurs, they're dry clean operators. Our tax code is unbelievably broken, so it's very difficult to delineate.
Trump's fixing it.
Of course he
He
is.
said he's fixing it.
No, the tax cut that he proposed is wonderful that she opposed completely. It was the largest middle class tax cut in American history. It's $2,800 per family on average, even more for single mothers. They expanded the single child tax credit. They cut taxes for every person under $50,000. So yeah, it was a wonderful middle class tax cut. But AOC wants to reverse all of that, and somehow she thinks that by taxing the most productive people in society, she can make things more equitable, which the data has shown that's never to be true. They'll migrate to
Where's
other
the
places.
data? This has been done before?
Of course it's been tried before.
It's been done before. You said there's data. Which
There is data.
implies that it's happened.
Yeah.
It's been tested.
Yeah, and then we reversed it. So Bill Clinton tried to raise taxes on the rich in the 1990s. It was an utter and total disaster.
Was it 70%?
No, thank God.
Well, we won't know if we can't do it.
Of course, but if it was 25%, you could see it was a disaster, and it goes back down to 20%. You realize that even that small incremental increase had negative impact.
I don't know, man. There was
I
a
do.
surplus in the budget, for Bill Clinton.
Sure there was.
Would you attribute it to the 25% on the tax?
No, you could also attribute it to a booming economy and a relatively sane fiscal policy on entitlements. So, for example, in the 1990s, there were 5 retirement beneficiaries per one person providing. Now there's 9.5. In Social Security and Medicare. So you almost have a double amount of people retiring now than you did in the 1990s. So a lot of our deficit is driven by entitlement programs.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, you.
I love the fact that at the end of the day, they were able to, end this video in a very cool way, like kind of, okay, they shook hands and, it was just perfect. But anyway, I love this so much, and, I don't know why people are against the rich. They feel like because you're rich, you need to pay more tax and this and this. I feel by doing this, you are holding down innovation because, these rich people are willing to invest their money in a younger generation that would bring out more ideas why the world needs to move forward. If I think you do watch this program under 40 CEOs, these under 40s that have started up business for themselves, and the businesses bringing up a whole lot of profits. And I feel like it's a good innovation, recognizing these people. But when you are against rich people simply because maybe they have a whole lot of money and you need to tax them more. Nah, I feel as far as you have a person in your country that is super rich, the best thing you need to do is, to give this person more incentive so that the person can be able to invest more in your country. I'm saying this because, the richest man in Africa is a Nigerian, and I'm a Nigerian, and he is rich because he have so many government backings. He produced majority of his things in Nigeria, so he pay less tax, unlike him moving outside the shell of Nigeria where he pay more tax. So he produces things in Nigeria, he sells outside the continent, outside Nigeria, he also sells in Nigeria. So because he's rich, he invests more in Nigeria. So the best way for government to keep on getting his investment is to bring down the tax they give him, so that he can invest more, because I know majority of you will know of Dangote. Okay, now he's building refineries that will refine the country oil. Yeah, he's enriching himself the more, but still he's investing in the country. By investing in the country is growing economically. So you taxing them or making them scared of coming out as rich people makes them flee away, maybe go to other countries. And I'm not against you going on expanding your business outside the shell of your comfort zone, but I feel like encouraging them will make them invest more. Because if I keep my money in my account, I'm not investing it, you can't tax me on the money in my account. You have to tax me on things I'm investing in. So the more you give me the opportunity to invest, the more you tax, the more the country make more money, the more the economy of the country keep on growing. So I don't know why people are just after the rich, say the 1% of this and this and this and this. Let these guys be free to spend whatever they want to spend. And I think Charlie made mention of this. He said we should make this healthcare an open market whereby people will compete. When people compete, innovation come into play. Because you know why? Everyone is trying to do something. Okay, let's say I'm selling my iPhone. Okay, I'm producing iPhone, and I'm monopolizing the market, and people enter that market. Now I will be forced to bring down my cost, so that people will want to patronize my product, and I will be forced to think of something different to make my product stand out, to make people keep on patronizing my product. And that is where innovation comes in. Now you have to think outside the box because of competition. But when there's no competition, when it's kind of when they monopolize things, you feel like you can do whatever you want to do. You are not evolving, you are not producing something new. You're just selling what you've been selling for a very long time, because people are going to buy it because they don't have any competition. You don't have any competition. But when there's competition, you think outside the box. You employ more young, open-minded people to think for you. That is it. When you have money, you end up doing less of the thinking. You just think how to make your money grow and employ people that have ways to make whatever business you've started grow more. That is it. And I love this so much, and that is why I'm always in support of an open market system, or a market system whereby you let the public decide their price, compete for how things are being run. It's way better than letting government handle things. When government lets things being run by private individual, it's so good, because it built innovation. Anyway, I love this, and I love the way Charlie tackled this, and I want to see more videos from Charlie. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember, bless.